Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Barry here from ExoticCarTrader.com, and I'm here with another one of our favorites that we love to sell. This is another classic Ford Bronco, just in time for the release of the new Bronco. This one is a frame-off restoration, and I know I say this often, but we keep raising the level. This is probably the nicest Bronco that we've had in our inventory. Now this one, obviously has been fully retrofitted to today's standards, and I'm gonna go through that with you today. From the start, you'll see that obviously it's got a nice lift kit on it. It's got these large 37-inch tires, ADV1 wheels. It's giving it a very aesthetically pleasing stance that we always go for with these Broncos. Most of them are just for show. This one is not just for show. I'm gonna get into it why this one is completely off-road capable, but also giving you the luxury of an everyday driver. Now, right off the bat, this car is obviously taken down the metal, no rust whatsoever on it, and it was fully repainted. The paint is really cool. It's a Lexus pearl white color, color matched to the top and the body. It's got the accented fender flares here that are fiberglass, but the rest is all steel, real deal truck, you know. You'll see on the front of it and the sides, they have a nice little gray stainless steel bumpers and side steps to break it up color-wise a little bit. And I love the way they did that with also accenting the mirrors, the logos, the antenna, and all the other small details on it. You'll see the wheels, the ADV1s. That company's not usually known for Broncos or off-roading stuff, but they fit really well with this car. And if you look closely in between those spokes, you'll see that it's got Wilwood Brakes. They're 4-piston brakes up front, and they have disc brakes in the rear as well. The reason that they need these is because it is packing a ton of power. It is a brand new Supercharged 5.0 Coyote motor. Let's pop it open and show you. This isn't a crate motor or this isn't a junkyard motor from a crashed Mustang or something. This is a brand new Coyote motor, and it's equipped with this Edlebrock E-Force Supercharger. It's a really nice option because unless you're doing like a Paxton or a Pro Charger, which is obviously a different style, it's hard to fit something with a supercharger in it with a regular hood. The way that the E-Force fits on here is great because they are very slim and they don't take up too much space, and it kind of leaves it a more standard look when you open up the engine bay. You obviously also see the Wilwood Brakes, brand new radiator with electric fans. It's got the red top battery. You know, anything standard that you'd want to put in this car to make it everyday driver quality, it has. And if you know Broncos, it's extremely tough to fit these motors in here. You have to do a lot of work, and this one is shoehorned in here. It's very clean. It looks like it's from factory. They did a great job. Obviously, it's got these nice little retractable hood slides that keep the hood up for you so you don't have that ugly metal stick to keep it up. There's just a lot of small details like that that really stand out. So when you close it, you'll see here on the front, it's got the LED headlights like a modern vehicle would have, so it brights up the road really nicely. It doesn't have that ugly kind of yellowish old tint to it. They're nice and white, and all the fog lights, or the markers I should say, on the car are all blacked out, as well as the windows, so it has that blacked out look to it. And it's nice for Florida, for the windows at least, because it's about 100 degrees here in the summer, so it keeps some of the heat out. The nice thing with this car when you're talking about heat is my favorite part of the truck, and that is the actual rooftop. Now, everyone wants a hard top because of the rain, or if you're dealing with any weather, it's really necessary to have one. The soft tops don't usually do justice to you. But the thing about a hard top is when you want to take it off, they're so hard to store, they're hard to take off. You need at least one or probably 2 or 3 people, honestly, to take them off. So there's never been a really good solution. I know a few years back, Jeep came up with the idea to put a soft top built into the hard top that's retractable, and that's exactly what this truck has. So if you come up in here, you'll see that the truck, which I can get in here with these nice brass knuckles, the truck actually has a couple latches right here. If you were to twist these knobs and you were to move this, you can actually physically slide this all the way back. If you want just the front half open, you can do that. If you want to slide it all the way back to the rear, the whole thing opens up. So you have the sunlight, but you also have the hard top, and it's super easy to put in and out and to latch when you're driving at high speeds or if it starts raining. Of course, everything in here is Alcantara suede headliner. The floors are all carpeted, and the seats are so cool. They're all diamond stitch leather. They're a really sport style seat. for a sport style car, because not only is it supercharged, but it's a manual transmission. So you can really drive this thing like a supercharged Mustang if you wanted, that's a little bit lifted. And that stuff does not go to waste, because this car not only looks good, performs good, sounds good, it's got all the capabilities of going off-road. It's got front and rear air lockers, so if you really wanted to take this thing, you could put it in four-wheel low. It does still have four-wheel drive. And you could lock the front and rear hubs, so you can get over essentially any rock you want. You're gonna have close to 500 horsepower, if not 500 or more horsepower, and you can put it in first gear, second gear, and just really let it rip over these hills. And you can do all of that by being super comfortable as well. The car has full air conditioning. It's got a full upgraded sound system. The sound system, if you look here on the doors, is so cool. They have these really nice molded fiberglass pieces. They have not only in the doors, but behind the rear door, I'll show you, they have a really nice fiberglass setup for the speakers. They're all marine grade speakers, and they mold really nicely into the doors. And it also has power windows, which is like huge on these cars. This one's obviously tinted, so you can see that's kind of the look I was telling you about before it was opened up. But small creature comforts like this does not make it seem like the truck was built 50 years ago whatsoever. It's essentially a brand new truck. And to go with that, it's got all of these light up digital gauges, which you can see great at night. Shows you your fuel, your temperature, all that kind of good stuff. And this truck only has 1,200 miles on the full build. So you really are getting into a 2020 truck almost. But I want to show you the things I was talking about on the back side, which is what I was saying for the speakers. And that is right behind this big fifth wheel, another ADV1. So if you were off-road and something happened and you really needed to pull it out, you could definitely do so. And that is locked on with this latch here, which is super heavy duty. This thing is extremely heavy. It holds onto the truck really, really nicely, pops open, and you'll see back here, the speaker enclosures are awesome. So you have full surround sound. There's probably close to 10 speakers in this truck. Everything's carpeted. It was fit perfectly. And you have plenty of space here if you wanted to throw a cooler in or anything like that, right behind this back seat, which you can fit easily 4 people, if not 5 if you really wanted to, and still have room for some more stuff to put in the back here. Also, with the inside of this truck, you got your normal ignition key here like that. Start it up.